Hello everyone, it's Big O. So today, this video is about this Vaio here that I bartered with someone. Problem with this Vaio is that the keyboard was fucking up. Some of the keys wouldn't work, or randomly keys wouldn't work, then the mouse wouldn't work, or the keys wouldn't work, sometimes they would work, and the backlight sometimes would turn on, sometimes it wouldn't. So I got another keyboard from China. It took like almost a month to get here. I guess they send it by boat or something. This is for a Vaio. What is this bitch? What is this? Well, what is that? An SVE15L11L, whatever the fuck that means. So that's for that. To get to the keyboard, you have to take off pretty much all the most of the bottom screws. I took all of those. Took the fucking hard drive thing off, CD-ROM. Most of the screws have to come off from the bottom to get to it, all the edges and all that stuff. It's not gonna hurt to take all of them off, but I did. So what happens is once you loosen all of those, then the keyboard comes out. Basically, I took all the screws out from the bottom, but today I have a problem finding a screwdriver currently. Fuck! Piece of shit! Okay, so the screwdrivers are all missing. That is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Alright, so finally got a screwdriver. Am I taking off the right one? No, I'm not taking off. Okay. I'm just gonna take everything off. Thank you for the commercials here. Whenever I do shit, I like to have stuff playing in the background, either music or the TV, or this thing is too big for this. Fuck! Alright. Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh my god. I don't have any little screwdrivers. Alright. Take that slow ass hard drive out. Okay. I don't know what the fuck that is, the way I was in there. Okay, so I know the angle might not be as well as I want it to be because of my tripod situation. But my sister's not here today, so oh no! No! Worst video ever. Well, good thing I don't need an F6 key.
Are you sure that's Kirk? Absolutely. Why is he wearing a tennis stripes? I think we've got bigger problems than a case of mistaken identity.
Half the quadrant knows it. That's why they're learning to speak Klingonese.
It would help if I took all the freaking screws out too.
Laddie, don't you think you should rephrase that?
You're right. I should. I didn't mean to say that the Enterprise should be hauling garbage. I meant to say that it should be hauled away as garbage.
An opinion.
That's right. And if I think that Kirk is a Denebian slime devil.
Slime devil.
That's why you've been...
Alright, so
Don't do it, mister. That's an order. But you heard what he called the captain.
By the way, Kirk is ignoring everything. He's letting the security officer handle it. Chief, are you sure that's Kirk? Absolutely. Why is he wearing a tennis stripes?
that's The best way to push it out would be through there, I guess. That circle.
Mistaken identity.
That way you don't pop any keys off like I did, like a bitch.
That's why I'm learning to speak.
Oh, that would be this way. I'm trying to figure out why this motherfucking laptop doesn't work. Is it this? Or? I don't even know which way it fucking goes. The two big fucks go like this. Like that, right? So, where the fuck is the power button? Alright, so the battery will go like this. And this bitch will go over the battery.
Keep working it. Or maybe it's just doing a job.
Here's Mr. Barnes. What can I do for you? I was not aware, Mr. Barnes, that 12 Klingons constitutes a swarm.
I had no idea.
What?
He's so much more handsome in person. His eyes.
Kirk had quite the reputation as a ladies' man.
But not him.
Okay, this will go like this. And just like this. Oh, it does work. Okay. Okay, so I know that it does work. Okay. It does work.
The trouble is
Yellow and blue. Alright, so at least I know this fucker is working. And this battery is working the battery out. But when I put the casing and everything back on there, it doesn't work. So anyways, right now I'm troubleshooting why my battery doesn't work when I hook it up through this. So I'm trying to figure that out. And it's proving to be a challenge, sort of. But now back to my keyboard. I just got this keyboard and I think I just fucked it up. Okay, so I fucked up my keyboard. And I'm upset about that. I have another keyboard here, and I'm gonna try and figure this shit out. Let's see.
This re-emergence was signaled with a dramatic
I think I
show
still
of
have the
force
old
as the Empire revealed the latest
keyboard.
addition to its powerful navy. The B-type, deep and considered unusual by outsiders.
There it goes.
The majority of its structure assembled
The
around
key
a
looks
large
fucked,
area of
but I think there's something wrong with the
unfilled
keyboard
space
part.
at the center.
But
The
it
ship's
still
two
works. It's
primary
springy,
habitats are located
and it
in the
works.
fore and aft cargo bays.
Alright, so
Classified
now
as
we're
a
back to
battle by the Federation
the part
Starfleet.
where
The Dideredex is equipped with a welded inversion beam. These weapon systems were placed across the ship's enormous mass, compensating for the vessel's slow turn rate by creating numerous.
So basically, what I did to get this keyboard out was I took all the screws off from the bottom of this thing. All the screws off, all the screws. There's a shitload of them. They're about 1, 2, it's like 13 or something, 14 of them. Once this comes off, this is just flimsy plastic, so I'd be careful with this. But once this comes off, the next recommended thing to do, in my opinion, would be there's a hole here, and if you press this hole here, if you press in on that hole, it'll pop the keyboard out. You don't want to press it too hard, just enough to like pop it out, you know, just like a little, just a tad like bloop, and it'll pop out, and then you can just open this thing and it'll start, you know, you start pulling it off. So that's how you get the keyboard on. Now to upgrade the memory, this, all you gotta do is do these little clips here. So the clips, you just pop them off to the side and out comes the memory. I think this thing has like 8 gigs, which is pretty good for stuff that I need. So if this thing is dirty right now, it'd be the perfect time to clean it. All you gotta do is, I'm not necessarily gonna, you know what, I might as well do it. Well, then I'd have to do the heatsink and everything. So that could be another video, or it could be this video. Well, this isn't dirty here, but what you would want to do is, if you want to clean it, you would have to take this off. Take it off, unplug it from here. There's a little cord here. I don't know if you can see that shit. Probably not. Okay, there's a cord there, and sorry, my. So there's a cord there, and to take that cord off, you know, you just pop that little thing off, and this is the cooler for the CPU, and so there's 4 Phillips screws that hold on the cooler, the heatsink thing here. So if you are going to clean it, that's fine, but once you reapply this here, you're going to want to clean off the old heatsink compound with some rubbing alcohol, like 91% proof or something. Clean all that off and apply it like I would say a pea-size amount of heatsink compound to the middle of this chip. Put this bitch back on, tighten it, make sure it's pretty good tighten. You can tighten it up, you know, pretty good, not ridiculous. Don't go like, you know, berserk on it. Just tighten it up pretty good, and that'll be that. I might do a video of that in the future, but this doesn't need it right now. So now you're like, okay, well, how do you put the keyboard back on? Since you broke the other one, and I might have edited it out or not, I don't know yet. But basically, the easiest way to put this bitch back on is to, I don't know if this is the best angle. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, probably. I need some light. Let there be light. Light. I don't know how, if this is gonna help or not. I hope it does. Okay, so basically what you want to do, and I know the lighting situation sucks, so I'm sorry. What you want to do is, there is a connection on the motherboard here. That's this one here. This one here. So this connection is a ribbon cable for the keyboard, and this connection here is the connection for the power that lights up your back keyboard. So if you get a replacement keyboard, if you don't have one that lights up, it's not gonna have this this ribbon here. This is the ribbon for power for the light. So a standard one would just have this. So what you want to do is try to do this with one hand because I'm using my phone as a light source here. Make sure the thing is up. And the ribbons, the pins on these cables go face down. Okay, so there goes that one. Tug on it just to make sure it won't fly out. Not too hard, don't tug on it like you're crazy. So pop this one out. Put that bitch down, you see? Then we flip this bitch over, bitch flipper, and then we start clipping it down. I'm gonna turn the light off for this because I need both hands. How do we do that? There we go, and that's not it. Turn that off. Alright. So I just want to make sure everything's all smooth, you know, all. You want to push these down carefully because these clips will break. So you just want to push them down carefully. You know. Seeing down here is not in right. You want to make sure these bottom clips are in right, because if not, it's going to fuck up something. See, it pretty much goes in by itself. As long as you got these clips down here aligned, this pretty much will go in by itself. The first time I was messing with this on the previous old keyboard, that doesn't work, by the way. And it doesn't work because I broke it. It didn't work because of the keys wouldn't work. Don't laugh at me. More lonely. So what would happen is I didn't have these aligned here, so when I was trying to put this in back in these clips, since this wasn't aligned, this would it broke. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. These keyboards are expensive and hard to find, especially the colors you want. Because this bitch has pink, black, white, gray, so many colors. Pro color choice, you know. Alright, so the keyboard's back on. Now we can fold this down. Ooh, there's papers and shit everywhere. I'm working on different projects, so sorry if there's all kinds of shit everywhere. Now the here, I'm trying to figure out why these fucking batteries won't work. So the culprit is here, you know, where the battery goes. Now,
okay, in second place, my favorite Star Wars ship ever.
Oh, will you shut the hell up? Yo, fuck what you like. Okay, so anyways, yeah, so I'm trying to figure out why this battery's not working, because when everything's assembled, the battery, the OS doesn't detect the battery, and that's because the freaking battery is not connecting to the motherboard. So I was like, WTF, you know, what the problem is. And after doing some troubleshooting, as you were seeing, some crazy troubleshooting I was doing earlier, I happened to find out that for whatever reason, the bezel and the motherboard are not aligning, so the battery doesn't even connect right. So I don't know if I just have to like slam that thing in there, or if I'm being too gentle when I, you know, insert the battery. So about to find out here in a minute. The thing is, I don't want to like put all the fucking screws and everything back on there and then the bitch doesn't work. Does that make sense? So, but I'm thinking, here's what I think. When I reassembled it the first time, these two wires were in the way. They were like this instead of being like back here like I have them now. So I think that's what happened. I think and I don't know if you can see that, but here, okay. Well, anyways, this wire here was in the way here, so maybe that's why it wasn't on there, right? So I'm gonna reassemble everything now. Hopefully this goes through. And this is my first time using this tripod setup. I don't have an assistant anymore. He moved. He went back to college and stuff. So hopefully this tripod setup will work. I never use the tripod setup to film videos, to take pictures. So if you guys don't like it, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't lose the screws to this, because this thing is very, very sensitive to having the screws in the right place. Gone are the days where you could have a laptop barely put together and it would still run. Now you don't have the right ground screw in the right spot, it's not gonna work. Or if you don't have the right screws everywhere, the battery won't connect right. So we'll see what happens. But if you have any questions, let me know. Any suggestions, let me know. If you hate me, let me know. Subscribe, and peace out.